3 days from their Nevada caucus, is the race a dead heat. Look at the latest poll from CNN, 48 Hillary Clinton, 47 Bernie Sanders, as both candidates battle for the key minority vote. ABC's Cecilia Vega's here with the latest. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. Those numbers show exactly what the Clinton campaign is worried about. The race in Nevada is neck and neck, but so is that battle for Black and Latino voters. As Bernie Sanders tries to gain ground, Clinton is fighting back hard.
Let the courting begin.
Thank you, Morehouse.
Overnight, Bernie Sanders at a historically black Atlanta college trying to make the case.
Together, we are going to end the horrors of unarmed African Americans being shot and killed by police officers.
And in South Carolina, hoping to close the gap.
When we talk about inequality, it goes without saying that the African American community is suffering even more.
With the Palmetto State's Democratic primary on the horizon, this morning Sanders and Hillary Clinton are waging a heated battle for the same prize, the African American vote. Clinton on Tuesday meeting with civil rights leaders, including Al Sharpton.
I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Then heading to Harlem, talking race relations and launching an all-out assault on Republicans. Clinton implying racism is behind the threat to block President Obama's Supreme Court nomination.
Many Republicans talk in coded racial language about takers and losers. They demonize President Obama and encourage the ugliest impulses of the paranoid fringe. This kind of hatred and bigotry has no place in our politics or our country.
A sweeping speech that was nearly unraveled by a coughing fit lasting more than 4 minutes.
Too much to say.
She did manage to get through that speech, the audience members cheering her on. But here's what's at stake. The black vote is expected to make up more than half of the electorate in South Carolina, George. That is why they are fighting so hard right now.
Okay, Cecilia, thanks very much. Let's talk about this now with our political analyst, Matthew Dowd, and Fox News contributor, Mary Catherine Ham. Welcome to you both. And Matthew, let me begin with you and the Democrats right there. Nevada now a dead heat. A few months ago, Hillary Clinton had a 20-point lead. This does show that Bernie Sanders is starting to cut into her advantage on minority voters.
Yeah, and she's keeping to have to move her firewall down the calendar as we move down the calendar. I think right now her argument has been Iowa, New Hampshire, predominantly white rural states. Well, you're going to Nevada, which is a predominantly urbanized state with a large Latino population and a large African American population. I think if she loses Nevada, South Carolina closes, probably still difficult for Bernie Sanders, but the dynamics of this race is going to keep adjusting as Bernie Sanders wins.
And it will go on for a long time. Meanwhile, on the Republican side, Mary Catherine, you've got Donald Trump holding on to that big lead right now in South Carolina. What would it mean for the party if, after basically declaring war on the party's leaders, Donald Trump actually wins in South Carolina, which traditionally goes with the winner of the nomination?
Well, I think it doesn't mean the end of the race, certainly. He, as you see with all of his polling, he remains strong. His support remains strong even when he's made what would be traditionally considered mistakes in the Republican primary for anyone else. But I think if Cruz and Rubio, as we see in polling, can finish a strong second here and make an argument, we will have the three-man race that many thought we would have coming out of New Hampshire, and that may focus people.
That would mean, of course, that Jeb Bush would drop out if they beat him. But Matthew Dowd, at the same time, you've got all of these Republican leaders, even after he attacks President Bush, saying that they will support Trump if he's the nominee.
Well, I think they're going to be in a very difficult spot. I think if he wins South Carolina and it becomes a three-man race, that's good for Donald Trump, because I think Donald Trump right now, his bottom is 35%. He wins Nevada next. He goes into March 1st and probably wins most of the states on March 1st. How do you stop Donald Trump once he wins South Carolina?
That will be the question. Thank you both very much.